Well, hello mathematicians. We are going to jump into our chapter 8, lesson 5. This is the first chapter that we are going to get into, so you will actually need to be on page 617. We will come back to lessons 1 through 4 later, but we are jumping into lesson 5, which is inequality. So first of all, let's talk about what an inequality is. An inequality is a mathematical sentence that compares quantities. So just go ahead and take this and copy that down right there, and you are going to write a mathematical sentence that compares. Okay. Well, what symbols do we use when we compare quantities, when we compare anything? Well, we have used, which you probably are like, well, I'm not really sure because it's been a while. Once I write these, you're going to be like, oh, yep, that's exactly it. But when we are talking about things that compare with numbers, we talk about numbers that are greater than, less than, greater than less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. So those are the four symbols that we use. So an example could be something like 6 plus x is greater than 13. A non-example would be this: 6x equals 18. Okay? It has to have the inequality to show the symbol that what we are comparing, whether it's greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. Okay? So let's take a look at some examples because this should all be review. It says the score after 2 goals is less than or greater than the score after 3 goals. Well, we all know that the score 2 goals is less than 3 goals. The cost to download 10 songs is greater than, less than, or to the cost to download 2 songs. Well, we know that obviously it's going to cost more money to download 10 songs. The temperature outside in the summer is greater than or less than to the temperature in the winter. Well, it's greater than because it's hotter in the summer here in Kansas. The height of first grade student is less than or greater than the height of a 6th grade student. Well, that is obvious that usually most times the first grader is going to be less than the height of a 6th grader. And the time to eat lunch, the time that it takes to eat your lunch, and then the time it takes you to brush your teeth. Well, I would hope that it would take you more time to eat your lunch than to brush your teeth, but if you brush your teeth the same amount of time that it takes you to eat lunch, maybe you don't have any cavities and you don't have to go see the dentist. So I guess it's a win-win. So pretty easy here when we talk about less than and greater than. So let's jump into the next page. You're going to see some symbols of inequalities. So here's your less than, which means fewer than. Greater than, which means more than. This means less than or equal to. So 7 is less than 10. But if I were to have 10 is less than or equal to 10, that would work because 10 is equal to 10. So it has to be 10 or less when we have this equal sign down below with it, which I'm sure that this is all review. So the same thing goes with if it is greater than. So greater than or equal to. So 12 is greater than 9. But we could also have 9 is greater than or equal to 9. And that statement is still true. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. Of these numbers, 6, 7, or 8, which solution of the inequality makes the statement true? So let's take a look. F plus 2 is less than 9. So we're going to replace these numbers with our f, with our variable. So when we take a look at this first one, you have, and you should be doing this along with me, even though it is here, you are copying it over and doing it with me. F plus 2 is less than 9. We are going to replace the f with 6, so we would get 6 plus 2 is less than 9. When we finish it out, we get 6 plus 2 is 8. Is 8 less than 9? Yes, that statement is a true statement. Let's take a look at the next one right over here. F plus 2 is less than 9. So we've tried it with 6. We're going to try it with 7. So we replace our variable with 7. So we get 7 plus 2 is less than 9. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 is less than 9. Is that statement true? No, that statement is not true, so that's not true. Let's take a look at the next one. We're going to replace this one with 8. So our f, let's change the color here. So we're going to have f plus 2 is less than 9, and we're replacing the variable with 8. So we're going to say 8 plus 2 is less than 9. 8 plus 2 is 9. Is 10 less than 9? No, that is not true. So that's the only one that works here was 6. This one was the only one that made this statement true. So here's what you need to do. You need to go ahead and pause this video. No joke. Pause it in a minute. And after you've paused it, I want you to work out A. So once you've hit pause, I want you to work out A, and then we're going to come back and we are going to talk about it. Okay, so you should have done these, but let's take a look and let's talk about them together. It says, of the numbers 8, 9, and 10, which solution of the inequality makes this statement true? So our statement is n minus 3 is greater than 6. So we are going to replace our n with 8 is greater than 6. So 8 minus 3 is 5. Is 5 greater than 6? No, this statement is not true. So that one does not work. So 8 does not make the statement true. Let's try the next one. So we are going to do n minus 3. We're going to go back and rewrite our problem all the time, just like when we were doing our equations. So we replace the n with 9. 9 minus 3 is greater than 6. 9 minus 3 is 6. Is 6 greater than 6? Nope. That statement is not true. So that does not work. So let's try it with 10. Go back to our original problem. N, oops, not plus 3. My bad. N minus 3 is greater than 6. Our n is getting replaced with the 10 minus 3 is greater than 6. 10 minus 7, or I'm sorry, 10 minus 3 is 7, is greater than 6. Is 7 greater than 6? Yes. This one is correct. So our answer here would be 10 because that was the number that worked in the solution. So let's take a look at the next page. So basically you're going to be doing the exact same thing, except they're going to tell you what the problem is. So you're going to decide the given value of a solution of the equality. So is the given value of the solution of the, let's try that again. Is the given value a solution of the inequality? So let's take a look at this example. It says x plus 3 is greater than 9. They're telling us that x is going to be 4. So we're going to replace that with 4 plus 3 is greater than 9. 7 is greater than 9. Is that true? No. So 4 is not a solution. Let's take a look at number 3. Number 3 says 12 is it greater than, 12 is less than or equal to 18 minus y, and our y is going to be 6. So we're going to rewrite our problem, which everybody should be doing on this side with me. Okay, so now is 12 less than or equal to 18 minus 6? So I get 12 is less than or equal to 18 minus 6 is 12. Does this solution make sense? Yes, because 12 equals 12. So yes, this one does make sense. So 12 is a solution. Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4 is 17 is greater than or equal to 11 plus x. And it says that x is going to equal 8. So let's take a look at what it does here. So we are taking a look at 17 is greater than or equal to 11 plus, what are we replacing our x with? 8. So we're replacing our x with 8. So 11 plus 8 is 19. So our answer actually looks like this. 17 is greater than or equal to 19. Well, we know that 17 is not greater than 19. So since 17 is not greater than or equal to 19, 17 is not a solution. Okay, it is not a solution. So here's what you're going to do again. Let's take a look at B, C, D, and E. You're going to hit pause. You're going to work through each of these problems. Do not skip this. I want to see work on the page. I want to see work over on the side. You need to do these 4 problems. You're going to hit pause. As soon as you are done, come back and I will show you the answers to those, and then we'll go on to the next page. But hit pause, work those 4 problems out, and then check your answer. So hit pause right now. Okay, you should have done B, C, D, and E. So let's take a look at the answers for B, C, D, and E. B, when you solve the problem, did you find out if it was a solution? The first one is yes, it is a solution, because 9 plus 7 is greater than 15. 9 plus 7 is 16. This should be 15 over here. 16 is greater than 15. So yes, B is correct. Let's take a look at C. C, the answer is no. Why? Because 22 is less than or equal to 15 plus 6. 22 is less than or equal to, when you add this together, you get 21. So is 22 less than 21? No. And let's take a look at D. We're going to replace n with 10. Minus 4 is less than 6. 10 minus 4 is 6. 6 less than 6? Nope. That is not a solution. And then let's take a look at the next one. 12 is greater than or equal to 5 plus 7. So 12 is greater than or equal to 5 plus 7 is, what is it, everybody? 12. So when you get this, does 12 equal 12? Yes. Even though it has this greater than, once that has the equal to sign as well, it means that it can also be the same answer that you got before. All right. Questions so far? Well, if you have them, I can't answer them because this is a video, so I'm not sure what to tell you. Just kidding. Here's what you need to do. You need to go through and work on problems 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right now. I'm going to hit pause. I'm going to come back. We're going to have these answers here. So hit pause, solve problems 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1 through 5, and then come back and we will talk about those answers. Okay, let's take a look at this first one. This first one, it says determine which number of the solution is a solution of the equality. This first answer should be 7. Number 2, same thing, you're figuring out which one of these numbers, 14, 15, or 16 is the answer. 16 is the answer that makes the solution true. Is the given value of the solution of the equality? So this answer is no, because you would have x, when you replace x with 15, 15 minus 5 is 10, 10 is not less than 5. So taking a look over here, the answer is yes. When you replace the 3 with the n times 3 is 24, so n times 3 is 24. Is 32 greater than or less than 24? Yes. Let's take a look at this next answer, or next question. It says, if the bakery sells more than 45 bagels in a day, they make a profit. Use the equality b greater than 45 to determine which days the bakery makes a profit. So it's got to be greater than 45. I see 2 days that are greater than 45, and that would be Friday and Saturday. Okay, so right now what you need to do is you need to go into your homework, which is lesson 5, because we are doing lesson 5. We are not doing lesson 1. This is lesson 5. So you are going to do 1 through 14 all. Your answers need to be put in Connect Ed. They are ready to go. After you are done with this video, I will make sure you check out what else you have to do after you get done with your homework, because you should be able to get your homework done in class, but then there is some additional work that will probably need to be done. So make sure you take your time, work through these problems. If you need some more help, the Khan Academy that I'm assigning will help you as well. All right, guys, have at it. Have a great rest of the day. Adios.